Getting your foot down early, you've probably heard this 1,000 times if you've been around a baseball or softball field. Let's talk about the truth when it comes to getting your foot down early. Okay, so like I said, you'll hear this all the time. Get your foot down, get your foot down. Anytime a player hits the ball, fouls it off, or is late, get your foot down, your foot's late, your foot's late. Okay, let's talk about the foot. And is it a myth, getting the foot down early? Should it happen? When does it get down? There's so many different things to talk about when it comes to this. So let's break it down. Here's the first thing. I don't talk about getting our foot down early. I've never said, hey, get your foot down early. Your foot needs to get down on time. And so what does that mean? And there's a few different ways to do this also. I'm going to show you because there's some players that they do get their foot down really, really early. Those early striders, there's players that take normal strides. There's players that take leg kicks. There's all these different ways to stride. But the important thing is your foot's got to get down on time. So what does that mean? That means that when my brain tells my body to hit, so I'm reading the ball, and again, depending on how I'm getting ready, whether it's a big leg kick or whether it's a small stride or whether it's just kind of a little toe touch right here, and some players have toe taps and all these different things. When I need to swing, when the ball tells my body to go right there, I need to be in position where I can put my full foot into the ground, and that is key. Now, are there examples of some players, especially younger players, that might be getting started late and might be not ready to put their foot down? So maybe they're here and they're supposed to swing. Well, I'm not ready to swing, right? So if I'm here and I've got to swing, I'm nowhere close to ready. I haven't even completed my load or my stride. So is that player getting their foot down late? Absolutely. I would not tell that player to get their foot down early. I would tell them that they've got to get their foot down on time. And so with that player, we're going to talk to them and say, listen, you're getting loaded much too late. You've got to get your load happening earlier. And that is the key. And so for that player, I'm going to say it's about getting our foot off the ground earlier, right? It's not about getting our foot down earlier. It's about getting our foot off the ground earlier. And how do we do that? Well, we time it up with the pitcher. So depending on your stride, if you're someone that has a bigger stride or a bigger leg kick, you need more time, right? Because you're going to pick that foot up and you're going to have to move a little bit further. So you can't wait until the ball's coming out of the pitcher's hand to do that. You've got to dance, what we call dancing with the pitcher. You've got to be in rhythm with the pitcher. The pitcher's leading the dance, right? They set the tempo of the dance and I've got to follow it. And so if I am getting my foot down too late, well then I've got to start my load earlier. I've got to get my foot up off the ground earlier. I can't wait to move until the ball's coming out. I might need to start to get my foot off the ground when the pitcher is starting to break his hands, right? Or maybe I've got to even go earlier than that. And I've got to go when the pitcher starts to kind of show me his back pocket, I'm going to start to show him my back pocket and get my foot off the ground. So there's a lot of variables with this. There's a lot of variables because every stride is different, every pitcher is different. The key is to do your homework on the on-deck circle and start to get your timing down. So when you get to the plate, you know, okay, when the pitcher does this, when the pitcher breaks his hands, that's when I'm going to start to get my foot off the ground so that I can get it into the ground on time. That is the key, on time. Now, let's talk about some other things here because there's certain players that get their foot down. They do get it down very early. You'll have some players, and I was actually one of these players for certain years of my career, where I would get my front foot down really, really early. And you'll see players like Paul Goldschmidt do it, Albert Pujols used to do it. There's plenty of players will have very short little strides, and they'll put their toe down really, really early, like excessively early. So you'll see the toe go down, but what you'll notice is the heel doesn't go down. It's just the toe is going down early. So when you think about foot down early, here's the key. And again, this is a big topic, and we discuss this a lot in our hitting course. If you want to check it out in the description box below, we go into a lot of detail with this. But the key is that even if you get your toe down early, right, My front leg is not weighted. My heel is not down, and that is the key, because that can be just as bad as being late. And that's where players get in trouble, is coaches will say, hey, get that front foot down early. You're late, get it down early. So then what do players do? Well, they start getting loaded and they get their front foot down, their whole foot into the ground early. But it's not time to swing yet. And so all that does, when I get my whole foot down into the ground, I start to shift my weight forward. So a lot of players will foot down early, start to shift forward, and now they've got to hit from this position. And when I get my front leg weighted too early, I'm going to be out in front. I'm going to swing out in front. I'm not going to be able to turn the barrel back. So if you're somebody that is going to get their toe down early, let's say their foot down early, it's got to just be their toe, but notice I'm still loaded here. I'm not here because my whole foot is not down. I'm not weighted yet. And that is the key. I can't have my weight leave my back leg and get into my front leg before I start to turn and hit. My front leg, if we talk about weight transfer, and this is for a whole nother video, but weight transfer doesn't happen until I start to go, until I go. And now as I start to turn my leg, that is where my weight gets transferred. I don't transfer into my front leg and then say, okay, swing, because now I'm forward. And once you're forward and you haven't swung yet, you're done. You're gonna be in big trouble. Okay, so make sure that if you're coaching this into your players, that you're not getting them to just get their foot down early. Because if they get their whole foot down early, again, they're gonna start to weight their front foot, their weight's gonna start to shift prematurely, and it's gonna cause even more issues. If they're going to be early, those players that you might say like, oh, look at Nomar Garciaparra and look at Paul Goldschmidt, all these guys that got their foot down early. There's plenty of guys that don't do that as well. But if they do it, again, they don't weight their front foot. Their heel's still up. Their leg is still loaded, their back leg, right? So they're here. And now when it's time to go, they go, boom. And now they put their heel down and their leg starts to turn. And now the weight starts to get transferred. So that is the key. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you want more detail, I know that's only probably a 5 or 6 minute explanation. Click the description box below. We have a hitting course where we talk about the importance of staying around the back leg, not shifting and weighting our front leg early, and different drills to work on that, which will help you. But hopefully this starts the conversation and probably does answer a lot of questions for players or coaches that are maybe giving this advice when they shouldn't be. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later. If you've got hitters that you're looking to improve before the start of next season, this is essential for you. Matt Antonelli here, former Major League player, first-round pick, and college coach. With this course, we're going to show you exactly step-by-step how to generate power, develop bat speed, and enhance swing mechanics. Regardless of your hitter's age, this course is going to deliver advanced hitting techniques that will allow any hitter to get better and make an impact at the plate this spring. We have a full catalog of training content that you can access from anywhere at any time. This course is perfect for players, parents, coaches, instructors, and more. It offers a comprehensive package of drills and techniques that you can directly implement. Our course has helped hitters all over the country at different competition levels, and the feedback that we've received has been outstanding. The work you put in now will drive your success at the plate this spring. Get the essential knowledge that you need to take your game to the next level.